welcome to this Enacted Thomas video. This week we are going to be talking a TV/movie review, which is, of course, Doctor Who. It's an episode called Idiot's Landing. Now, in this episode, we start off with Doctor intending to take Rose to New York in the 1950s to see Elvis Presley. But unfortunately, they have been taken awry by the TARDIS and arrive in 1953 on the day the Queen is to be crowned. Now, what happens is they see what's happening and they meet a young boy who seems off, and then they go off and meet his family, and they are introduced to this, what's his name? Yes, so they meet this young lad called Tommy, and they are introduced to his family. But they go and they meet his grandmother, who has had her face completely removed. So there is no eyes, there's no nose, there's no mouth, there's nothing. It's just completely blank. And that's very, very odd. Very, very peculiar. And just after they've introduced themselves and the Doctor's trying to find out what's going on here, who turns up but the police? And the police put a hood over her, take her out of the house, put her in the back of the car and drive off. The Doctor and Rose try and in pursuit on a little moped, but unfortunately they lose them. But the Doctor thinks this is very, very odd, which of course it is, if it, Now, the thing that you soon realise is that, and the Doctor realises it as well, which is that the only thing that's new is people are getting TVs so they can see the Queen's coronation. Now, the only person that's selling the TVs locally is a man called Magpie. Now, Magpie is a sleazy little man who is all about making the money and a little bit of power for himself. That's all he really cares about. So, what happens then is Doctor and Rose go and see if they can question Mr. Magpie. Unfortunately, when they arrive at his shop, Magpie is out making deliveries, taking and fitting TVs to everyone in the local area. And Rose is in the shop, and she soon discovers that everyone's faces that has been taken are on TV sets in the shop. But at the same time, her face is taken off her as well. And now that's one thing you don't do. You do not try and attack the Doctor's companion. The Doctor's companion is a very, very important person to the Doctor, and he will fight to get them back the way they were. So, Rose gets arrested by the police and taken away. The Doctor is furious. He is not a happy man, and he goes off and he goes back to Tommy and his family in that street and tries to find out what's going on. It's here where he finds out what's really going on. And there is this thing called the wire that's inside all of the TVs and are sucking the faces off people that are watching the TVs, so she can become more and more and more and more and more powerful, so she can leave the TVs and become a sentient being on Earth instead of being this alien, which is in the TV. So, they are... Now, the whole idea of this, obviously, what she wants to do, she wants to conquer the Earth by sucking everyone's faces off them. So she would be the only thing alive. Now, the Doctor's not going to have that, is he? And the Doctor, as the time comes for the coronation to start, everyone sat in front of the TVs with the cups of tea and everything like that, and all at once the wire starts to zap everyone's faces. But the Doctor and Tommy have a plan, and what they're going to do is they are going to return the signal that she's working on back the opposite way from where it's going. So it would return the faces back to everyone. And after a bit of a tussle with her assistant Magpie and everything like that, and the final destruction of the wire, everyone's faces have come back to them and they are able to carry on living. Now, another little storyline is the idea that Tommy's family aren't very happy. You've got the grandmother, you've got his mum who is kind of downtrodden and sort of ill-treated by his father who is a powerful man who thinks he deserves a lot more respect than he really does, and he makes everyone feel below him. And then you've got Tommy. You soon realise that it's Tommy's father who's been letting the police know about all the people in their street whose family members have lost their faces. And with that, Tommy and his mother decide to throw him out. But after Rose and the Doctor come back from being rescued from the police station, the Doctor and Rose decide, well, try and convince Tommy that it's never too late for a man to become a better person and give his father another chance. And you see them walking down the street with taking his father's suitcase from him. So, that is the end of the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. The rating I'm going to give Doctor Who Idiot's Random, I'm going to say number 2. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please leave a like or subscribe. If you would like, you can become become a patron of mine down in the link below. And I shall see you next week. Goodbye.